Hi, I'm David.
I'm JS.
And I'm Andy.
And this is the epic movie review for Mockingjay Part 1. We just saw the movie. Stars Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss, and it's the third movie of the Hunger Games series, and we really love Hunger Games. And JS, what did you think?
Well, I gotta be honest, I was kind of a fan of the first film. I thought Catching Fire was a step up, and so I was, it's gonna continue that trend. It's just gonna be up from here on out.
And I thought the first film was actually better than the second.
Interesting.
For whatever reason, I thought the overall vibe of the second was just a little too blockbustery for me. Like, I kind of liked the fact that the first film felt like it had a smaller budget and was kind of like they really kind of just made the film, and it didn't feel as manufactured as the second film.
Okay.
So I really liked kind of how natural and organic the first film felt.
David, what was your favorite part of this film?
My favorite part is when, I want to say, the District 13 soldiers go in to save PETA. And so if you like Zero Dark 30, it's a very Zero Dark 30 style scene in which, smoke bombs are being released and rappelling is being done by soldiers, and Liam Hemsworth has been taken up into sort of I want to say the soldiers' movement of the uprising. And I think that's really cool, and they go in to save PETA.
It's interesting that you should mention Zero Dark 30 because I'm going to reference another war movie, and that's Full Metal Jacket, believe it or not. Because they are making a propaganda film for, I would say, like, a good portion of this movie.
Yeah.
Like, that takes up a lot of their rebellion. That's going to be what ignites this, Mockingjay revolution and all that. There's that sequence in Full Metal Jacket where they're making Vietnam the movie, and I got a lot of those vibes. And that's a good thing.
It felt to me, by the end of the film, like it was kind of a combination of a lot of different types of films. In that regard, it fell a little short of my expectations because it kind of was half-baked in a lot of ways when it came to developing different plot points and developing different character relationships.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think?
It did have so many things that it wanted to tackle, and yet this is very much a part one, hence the title. And so, I mean, it does feel like we're only getting half of the story. Another reason that I prefer this film to the previous ones is that the caliber of the cast is just getting better and better each time. I mean, this time around we have Julianne Moore, Philip Seymour Hoffman has a more significant role, and I love all those things.
So Philip Seymour Hoffman passed away, but he was still able to be in this movie, and at the end there's a very loving dedication title to his name, which I think was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought one of the best scenes was when Katniss was still reluctant to become the hero, and she is looking out at all this wreckage, and she realizes that obviously there's this internal conversation going on where she doesn't want to be the hero, but she's confronted with this harsh reality, and I think that she did a really phenomenal job kind of making that transition in the scene where they're looking at all the wreckage in District 12.
I mean, it's common knowledge that Jennifer Lawrence is no small fish in the pond of Hollywood right now. Like, she's a fantastic actress. But yet, in this movie, Katniss is not a good actress, which is really interesting. They actually have, there's some comedic moments where she's trying to act. But that moment that you just mentioned is one such scene where she's actually genuine.
Yeah, it goes from forced acting to like an actual legitimate concern for the well-being of all of the people.
Right.
So, David, what were your overall impressions of the film?
It's an interesting movie. If you like war movies and you like Hunger Games, I think this is definitely the movie for you.
JS?
Well, I still think it actually is continuing that trend. I like this film more than the previous two. I might be alone on that of us three, but yeah, I think it is a solid effort in this franchise.
I think it's worth watching. It was a really interesting film. There were a few moments in the plot and in the character development where it didn't make a ton of sense, but I thought overall it was an interesting film filled with good acting, a lot of big names, obviously. If you're a huge fan of the Hunger Games franchise, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think that it delivers what was expected from it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let us know what you thought of the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 in the comments below.
So, all in all, good movie. If you're interested in seeing it, which I think you should, you can get your tickets here. For Fandango Movie Clips, I'm Andy.
I'm JS.
I'm David.
Thanks for watching.